Righty then. Successful indie author, 5-minute focus, episode 1010. And I forgot to mention that episode 1009, that's prime number, 1009. For that, it's first for 1,000, that is. Anyway, change the world through your words. Okay, if something happens in the world stage that you don't like, what can you do about it? Can you change history? No, but you can change the future. And you can change how you react today. Use your gifts. Being creative is an exceptional talent, an exceptional way, because everyone, no matter what they say, needs art in their life, whether it's a book, whether it's painting, whether it's just picking the right color in your house. Art and the joy it provides that people don't even recognize. They'll turn on their TV and, yes, watch sports and stuff like that, but then they'll also watch other shows, TV shows, cartoons, doesn't matter. They'll be entertained. And look at watch football, watch the NFL. Look at their uniforms. Artists created those. Artists created that design and the color scheme to best influence people. Look at the Steelers, black and gold. Iowa adopted that just because the Steelers were so badass in the 70s. So Iowa went with the same color scheme. Another team, I forget which one, went with all black uniforms. Why are they doing this? Because it's the power of art to change perception, to change attitudes. So what do you do if you're an author? Write. Take your words and create change. And it may not, it's like moving a glacier. Enough nudges of the glacier, and guess what? It might change course. It might calve and land on you too, but you got to try, right? Because you choose how you react. Can you change history? No. But what you can do is change how you do what you do today. For me, October, I wrote a book, 129,000 words it turned out to be, in 28 days. Motivated, excited about writing a story about post-apocalyptic time. Atlas Shrugged meets 1984 is what I call it. But that was my way of dealing with the inevitable of, here in the U.S., it was the election, of course. It was going to change things. It was going to change perceptions. It was going to change the way people looked at each other. And it already had. That's why it was an easy book to write, because all of that was already in place. So I wrote that. I'm going to market it, and I'm going to publish it on January 20th, because that's the time that we're going to see how much change are we going to have to deal with. But what can we do? Write, and hopefully make people more aware of what's out there, and be subtle about it. Tell it within a narrative of a great story. And I'd like to think that I wrote a great story. We'll see what the editor thinks. We'll see what my proofreaders think. And I've got enough time. I can tweak it and rewrite as needed. And I'm already thinking about sections that, oh yeah, this might be a little slow. This might be a little preachy. We don't want any of that. We just want subtle hints, subtle nudges on the glacier. That's all. That's my way to respond. I don't comment on politics on Facebook, which is where I spend my time. I write stories, and that's where I'd like to think that I have the influence, and where I can influence if there is any to be had. But if you don't do it, you're not trying. But if you aren't using this, if you're not using your artistic brain and being creative, use your gifts, then what are you doing? Are you going to waste them because you're upset about something? Or are you going to use them and be better at everything? And then, oh, by the way, since we need money to live, yeah, make a little money off it too, because our words have value, much more value than just a position point, a talking point, a social cause. Much more value than that. They can support you so you can keep moving forward, supporting your causes, whatever you believe in. That's what artists do. Think about it. Try to use your talents. Try to get over your initial fear and anger, and get to a place where you can negotiate. And I'm going to deliver a story. I'm going to write this, even if it doesn't change anybody but one person's attitude. Is that worth doing? Probably. All right. Get out there and use your artistic gifts for good and for your mental health. Keep yourself on the straight and narrow for change. Help create the change that you want to see. Peace, fellow humans.